This is why skipping detention might be a good idea. When I was in high school, I slacked off a lot. My junior year, my math teacher was pretty upset by this. Once during a parent-teacher meeting, he told my mom that I wasn't doing as well as I could and called me lazy. My mom agreed and stated that she wouldn't blame him if he pushed and punished me to work harder. From this day on, he did exactly that, always questioning me before anyone else and always sat next to me during exercises. This is when my classmates started realizing that he was a little obsessed with me and started teasing me about it. Right before Christmas break, he threw us a surprise party with chocolates and mock champagne. He poured me an extra glass and congratulated me for doing better. I drank the first glass he gave me, but not the second because I'm diabetic and had already had too much chocolate. During the next class, I felt extremely sick and almost fainted. I spent the rest of the day in the nurse's office and chalked it up to eating too much candy. A few weeks later, I failed a math test. He became extremely angry and yelled at me in front of everyone. The look in his eyes chilled me and I cried. He gave me detention but scheduled it hours later than the usual time and said he would personally be there as well. When I showed up, it was getting dark already and I noticed I was the only student there. Something felt off and a feeling deep inside my gut was pushing me to skip. Right when I decided to skip, I look over and see him walking towards me.
Listen up, punks. If I'm on your For You page, it's a mistake. I don't know how I got there, to be honest. I think I've gotten a total of 7 likes on my videos, so if for some reason I made it, and you're seeing this, just drop a heart, man. I worked hard.
Because I'm in the house drunk, drunk in the house, drunk in the house, drunk, drunk in the house, drunk in the house, drunk. She gon' twerk in the house cause she in the house drunk. I'ma slide on the beat cause I'm in the house drunk. Said I'm drunk in the house, I might drink a whole fifth. Warzone, Pornhub, keep this hoe lit. Call me what you wish, don't call me about your bitch. Stay at home if you sick, come over if you thick, no Bernie. Come and take shots, I ain't worried. Give good brain, who I think she like learning. Look like you taste like fruit, come serve me. Get in them thighs, mix that to a Slurpee. Said that it's soft cause she wax it off. She pressing up on me like it's basketball. If she find I eat ass or no, I might take it to the house, fuck her lashes off. Oh Lord, dogging it like on all fours, all in the throat like the Henny I pour. Gotta stay player, I can't be all yours. I might put it on her face where she put the contour. Said I'm drunk in the house and I'm in the house drunk. Drunk than a motherfucker in the house drunk. Said I'm drunk in the house and I'm in the house drunk. Drunk than a motherfucker in the house drunk. She gon' twerk in the house cause she in the house drunk. Twerk in the house cause she in the house. She gon' twerk in the house cause she in the house drunk.
Make a coffin tray with me today.
I've waited 100 years, and I'd wait 1,000,000 more for you. Nothing prepared me for what the privilege of being yours would do.
When I first launched my business, even some of my closest friends had nothing to say. They didn't necessarily support me, meaning like or share my content or even ask me how it was going with the brand. They just kind of, stayed silent. And at first I took offense to it, but then I quickly realized it is normal human behavior. They had never seen someone try to accomplish something so ambitious. It was just easier for them to stay quiet and hope that it wouldn't go anywhere significant. And then I started to not take it personal. I just kept going and going. And
okay, now it's time to figure out what she is and demode both of these. Demode. Okay, now we can start pulling her apart. Oops. Okay. Why is this? It's only cut halfway. That is so... It doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Okay, so basically I was correct. This mold, I already have it. Absolutely hate it. Simply because the face never turns out right. The hand never turned out right. You have to do it separately. So you have to do the face first, then do the hand, then you can start pouring the resin. Oh God, why did I get two? I almost dropped her, but here she is. The mouth is missing. The hand is missing. She looks so good. Shining as a whatever. Doesn't need a glossy coat. She's beautiful. Cute.
So today I'll be telling you guys how I make my notebooks. And that first step is demolding the front and back covers, which you can see here, then getting my binder rings and my paper. We need to align those up, click it in, and there we go.
A lot of DMs and emails about people wanting to do collabs with me. And one day I get this email from someone's manager. She has 15,000 followers on Instagram. And basically what they were asking for was me to send them free product in exchange for promotion. But in addition, I would pay them about a week's worth of my wage for that promotion. Which, I don't know, really rubbed me the wrong way. So you want exclusive access because most of my products are out of stock. You want those products for free, and you want me to send them to you for free. And then on top of that, you want me to pay you an equivalent of what I make in a week for you to do this promotion. I don't know, I found it very
All I need is to be struck by your electric love. Story time! So when I was in 8th grade, all my friends wore thongs, and I thought it was really cool how, like, they bent over, like, on a chair, and just a little thong triangle popped out of the jeans. So I wanted a thong triangle. So then when we went to the mall, we passed Charlotte Russe, and I pretended that I bought thongs all the time, and that I needed new ones, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, I need to buy thongs. So we went to, like, that $5 bin, and I got white thong with red cherries. So I was like, you guys, I need to change into my thong because, like, my underwear is so uncomfortable. So I went into the bathroom at the mall and I put the thong on. So then the whole time I was so uncomfortable, it was hurting. My parents picked me up from the mall, and then when I got home, I'm like, Mom, I got a thong. This is so uncomfortable and it's hurting. Is it supposed to feel like? And Mom goes, let me see. And I come out and she goes, yeah, well, you put it on.
So I got pregnant by my coworker's husband. So I guess story time. So we both worked at an adult store, but they were two stores side by side. Her store closed at 10, mine at midnight. And her husband would come over to my store while he waited for her to close up. And we would just chat. And that's it. So one night I messaged him just to ask him something about her birthday that was coming up. And one thing led to another. And I sent him a naughty picture. And we started messaging often. One thing led to another. We ended up hooking up. We would hook up while she was at work. I even went home sick once, so she would have to cover for me, just so I could be with him. He had never cheated, and I had never done something like this. But we just had a spark. The sex turned into love. I thought I couldn't have babies, so we never used protection. This went on for a year, and she started noticing. Come back for part 2.
Oh, stranger.
そんなものはない。この爪欲しいな。それがいいな。
You have got to stop guilt tripping people into buying from your small business. I'm serious. It's not making you look very good. By making angry videos complaining about how many sales you're not getting is actually scaring people away. But I get it. You're frustrated. Algorithms suck, and you've put a lot of work into this. But don't worry, your stuff is cute. People will want to buy from you. Make content that's more personal. Show us your process. Give us something to look forward to. It's gonna be a slow burn. That's the problem with starting a small business. But don't use complaining as a marketing strategy. Seriously, it won't work. Of course, I start by taking the ink cartridge and placing it into the mold tip first, and then placing it on the nub at the end of the mold to hold it in place. I then mix some translucent glitter into pre-mixed resin in order to give it just a little bit of sparkle. I then slowly pour the resin in the mold to try and make sure there's as few bubbles as possible. Once the mold is mostly filled, in this case I filled it all the way, I take my finger and press the bubble out of the top of the mold. I found that happens quite a bit. Next, I take a popsicle stick dipped in resin in order to guide the flowers where I want them to go in the mold. I'll typically anchor the flowers under the ink cartridge in order to prevent them from floating to the top. For the most part, the popsicle stick works fine, but sometimes you have to use your fingers just a little bit. Once your flowers are placed where you would like them, you'll want to let the resin cure for at least 24 hours. Once I'm ready to demold, I'll typically start at the bottom so that way I don't rip the top of the mold. And that's your pen.
I used to believe we were burning on the edge of something beautiful, something beautiful. Selling a dream, smoking mirrors keep us waiting on a miracle, on a miracle.
So y'all, let me tell you about this conversation I had with one of my friends. I just couldn't believe it. Okay, so she came up with this really, really good idea. And I was like, yo, that's dope. You should do it. And she was like, I can't. I just looked on Instagram and saw that they already had that. I said, so why can't you do it? She was like, because it's already on Instagram. Somebody already did it. I said, okay, so why can't you do it? She said, because somebody already did it. I said, didn't Rihanna create Fenty like there wasn't MAC? Did she not create Savage Fenty like we didn't have Victoria's Secret and other lingerie stores? How many McDonald's and Burger Kings are across from each other like they don't sell the same food? How many beauty supplies is selling the same bundle on the same block? Okay, the market is oversaturated, but it don't have a you, baby. Like if God gave you the gift, your gift gonna pop differently from theirs. Everything you touch prospers, so if they did it first, it don't matter. Yours gonna be different because the market is missing a you. And she was like, oh, I never thought of it like that. Yeah, Rihanna wasn't thinking like that either. She just created because God gave her a gift. And now look, billionaire. You sleeping on your dreams, kid. You sleeping on your dreams.
about you in my dreams at night. There's something about you, trying to ignore the signs.